Welcome to the HPD podcast, where we dive into the world of policing. I'm your host, Chief Jimmie Wideman, and today we're joined by our newest police recruit, O'Shane Steadman. Good afternoon, Stedman. Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself and your time here with Hampton Police Division.
So my name is Recruit O'Shane Steadman. I'm originally from Jamaica. I moved to the United States 2015, and upon doing so, I pick up a career in becoming a member of the U.S. Army, and now an Army reservist. And my girlfriend, she got stationed here in Virginia, and I decided I'm gonna move on here with her. So upon coming here, we decided we're gonna stay in Hampton. At this time, I decided, I want to pursue a career in law enforcement, and I did some research, and I just think Hampton was the best fit for me. So,
anything specific about Hampton that made you choose us?
Well, it was two options. It was either Newport News and Hampton, and just by doing some research, talking to people, and even people in the Newport News Police Division, I asked, and they said, go to Hampton. So
basically they said Hampton was better, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, perfect. All right. So what's your academy experience been like over the last few months while you are newly introduced into the world of policing?
Well, for me, it's been overwhelming, for one, because as I said, I try to serve this country internationally, and for me to provide service for the local community, it's a joy, and just the opportunity that I have gotten to go out and try to help the community as best as I can. And the academy staff is they're awesome, and certain part that I'm struggling with, they go an extra mile to give me that extra support. And even my co-workers, which are the recruits, also they help me out a lot.
And that's good that you touched on that. Your peer group, your recruit class right now, and your group of academy instructors. Can you talk to that experience and the benefits of being in that environment and having the commitment of the staff instructors to your success?
Yes. So for me, because I would even say I have somebody yesterday, and the way I look up to the staff, to the recruiting staff, as I said, I appreciate what they do on a day-to-day basis. And I have somebody that he just called me up yesterday, say, hey, I'm trying to get into law enforcement because he kind of know that I'm going in that field. And he asked me, I say, where are you? And he says in Virginia. And it's just that he live right there in Newport News. And I'm like, I just get right on the one of the recruiters, and I'm like, hey, this person want to come on, and I just feel at home, so I want to bring him
right
at home also, So but as I said, with the recruits and everybody, and we try to help out a lot. When we just started, we were just new. We wasn't banding that well at first, and the instructors, they got on us, and they'd be like, hey, we have to pull it together, and we need to work together. And right now we just on
family rhythm,
like a family, yeah. So we find our rhythm, and we just pushing it through. Yes, sir.
There was an occasion and I'm going to go back a little bit, when you all were doing your physical agility tests.
Yes, sir.
And you guys had to run was it a mile and a half?
Mile and a half, sir.
And I know you stood out because there were some people in your group that may have been struggling, and after you completed your mile and a half, you went back and ran it again with them?
Yeah.
You recall?
Yes, sir. So what happened was because I'm naturally fit, I don't know, but so when we're doing the running test, there was some peers that they were having it difficult. So what I did, I stood back, and I was the last man, but I know I could have done it. So I stood back and I encouraged them to, to finish, don't stop, just. And when I finished with that group, I asked the instructors if I could go ahead and complete my mile and a half. So I did 3 miles, basically.
But you see the importance of that teamwork, that bonding that occurs.
Yes, sir.
And is that a frequent occasion at the academy? Do you see that frequently?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Especially like now, our class president, Recruit Rumble, she helped me out a lot, and she helps everybody out, but she did like an extremely high amount of help for me because she have like a lot of notes and stuff, and I asked, and she's not like selfish or anything. She hands out notes and stuff to help.
And you think that can translate to your performance and as a group when you get out here and you're dealing with the community?
Yes, sir. Like good. I look up to her. Like she really helps out a lot. Good. So yes, sir.
Awesome. So anything else about the academy experience or how you think that translates into you actually doing the job and being a worker within the community or providing services to this community?
Yes, I think with the instructors and everything and everybody, like even the range, the driving the other day, that was like a different experience. That was the first time experiencing like driving under stress and have to communicate on the radio and going through the obstacles and all of that. And the entire ride so far is just phenomenal. And I kind of just like I'm just going through it, and it's like it feels so real sometimes. Like I can't actually believe like I'm actually like here because as I said, even growing up in Jamaica, I always wanted to be either a soldier or a police officer.
Got to do both.
Yes, and since I got here in the States, it's like a lot of opportunity for me, and and it's a great feeling, and I know I'm gonna be a good officer in the city of Hampton.
Good.
Yes,
we look forward to you. So recruiting has been a challenge for us, and we look for a whole bunch of good people just like yourself to help us increase our numbers. And so with the misconceptions about police and the difficulties we are in finding good people, what inspired you to choose the profession, and how did Hampton, I guess, bridge that gap of information?
So as I said before, Chief, I was just going around, and I drive around the city a lot and going around, and I see I saw those the banners and stuff, and at one point I was like, I don't know if I really want to do it. But then after just going around, seeing the banners, seeing the officers, going up to the officers, talking to the officers, saying, how is the department? How is policing in Hampton? And, they keep giving me good feedback. And then just by being here and, just basically differentiating both cities, Hampton is a more safer city, and there's not too much going on in Hampton. So I just think that this was the right place for me. And also, I have a family that lives basically here in Hampton. So,
you want to be here and protect the people you love.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. So I guess moving forward, I guess of all the opportunities that exist in the Hampton Police Department, I'm sure, or I'm going to ask, has that been explained to you, and what do you look forward to taking advantage of?
So for me, I'm just trying to go out here and just soak it all up and see where the near future takes me. For me, I think I would really want to try to make it to go to SWAT or SIU or something of that manner. But I'm just trying to go out here and learn a lot from the people and the officers that's above me, and just see where I could take it from there, sir.
Mm-hmm. And so what advice would you give to someone that's considering a job in law enforcement, or more specifically a job with Hampton Police Division?
Well, I could say it's a challenging job. It's a challenging job, and it's a changing job on a day-to-day basis. But I think it's a great career. It's a great career, and as I said, I would say Hampton is one of the better department, and that's why I chose Hampton also. And you know, I would recommend anybody to go ahead and pursue a career in law enforcement, especially Hampton.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to add? Your time, free time? Talk more about yourself.
I would ask you to tell me a little bit about yourself, Chief.
Fair. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Wasn't prepared for that, so let's go. Hampton resident all my life. Graduated from Bethel High School.
Yes, sir.
I started my career because I'm a lifetime public servant. So I started as a volunteer with the Northampton Fire and Rescue Squad as a teenager.
Yes, sir.
Looked to pursue a career opportunity, so I became a medic firefighter for the city of Hampton. Did that for over 6 years. Looked for other opportunities in public safety, and the police department stood out to me, and so I transitioned to the police department in 1994. And like many other people that have come on board, I've had my experience in many of the disciplines of the police department. I've had multiple assignments. Virtually, I dare to say I've had every assignment we offer with the exception or two, but had great mentors, great leaderships, friends and partners throughout my career, so it helped develop me. And I am a product of all their hard work. The
Yes, sir.
mentorship, the guidance, the instruction, all of that, the support helped me to be successful in all my previous assignments and roles. And so then in 2019, after having a full career with the city of Hampton, I retired, went to the Office of Special Investigations for the Air Force, where I was a crime intelligence analyst. Did that until an opportunity to come back to Hampton was presented, and I took full advantage of it. And since July 31st, 2023, I was fortunate enough to adopt the Hampton Police Division as my new employer.
Okay. And so what advice could you give me as a new recruit coming in?
Good question. The two things that I think are to our disadvantage in law enforcement and in probably most professions, ego and laziness.
Yes, sir.
Humility goes a long way in this job. I think to truly have empathy and to be of service, then you have to put your own desires and needs aside and be humble and committed to your purpose, which as a public service, everyone else more times than not comes before you. And then lazy, don't be lazy, give your full effort. Shortcuts, avoiding work, not applying yourself, it's the enemy of success. So you have to be committed to hard work and, again, humility. Those are the two things I think will get us in the most trouble, but having avoided those will give you the most success. Not be afraid to take risk. Don't run from uncomfortable spaces or conversations. Identify someone that you aspire to be like that can become a mentor that gives you good, sound advice, not because it's what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. But somebody you respect that's going to be able to provide that for you. That's what my deputy over there gives me every day to keep me in the due bounds of what is probably in my best interest and certainly in the best interest of the agency. And again, just like I said, humility and effort. That's probably the best recipe for success. Hard work is probably the key. I say time and time again, I may not be the smartest in the room, but I've got the most endurance and the hardest hustle. And that's gotten me to where I am today.
Yes, sir. Yes. So because, in a couple weeks, we're going to be the new face of Hampton Roads, so I'm just looking forward to that. And
I'm looking forward for you all as well as for our agency and our city, because we are a diverse city and we have so many people with so many amazing experiences, and bring that to the table, not only to the agency, but to our community. And by virtue of that, when you have those experiences, again, we go back to the empathy. You can have conversations with people that some others may not be able to have. You can be encouraging and supportive because you may have, through your experiences, had some similar events in your life. And that's going to build the connection and the bridge between what we do as a law enforcement agency and the services we provide to the community. So they trust us and they are welcoming for us to be in their space. So yeah, I'm encouraged to see you guys come on board.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and I appreciate it.
Because you're our best recruiters, actually. Just like you said, you spoke to officers that had great things to say about Hampton. And I'm looking forward to you being in that very same position one day where you can recruit and bring other people that are like-minded into our agency and into our city.
Yes, sir. Sounds really good, and I appreciate it.
No, definitely. I appreciate your time. It's a very good discussion. So we're close to wrapping it up. So this concludes another episode of HPD Podcast. Thank you all for joining, and thank Recruit Stedman for allowing us to see policing from a recruit perspective. Be sure to join us next time as we continue to shed light on the Hampton Police Division and the extraordinary individuals who serve and protect. I'm Chief Jimmie Wideman, and have a great day.
Thanks for listening to Unveiled, a podcast that highlights the extraordinary men and women of the Hampton Police Division. To learn more about the Hampton Police Division, check us out on social media and on our website at www.hampton.gov/police.